The last show was Godfrey Reggio, who did the Quatsi films, and Howard Bloom. Um, uh, and I forget which book we focus on of Bloom's at the time. Bloom is the only person that has appeared in all three iterations of my interviews. He did a written interview, he did Omniverse, and then later he appeared in a Dan Schneider video interview. And who knows, in the next 5, 6 years, however long I do these interviews, maybe, I'm sure he'll appear once or twice more. That was a show. That was the last show. We knew we were going to end it because after I think the ninth or 10th show, Dave Wesley didn't like the show, and I still don't understand. The shows we did, even the worst, the bottom 2 or 3 shows were still leagues above his shows that he had in Sursum Quarter. And I was like, okay, well, I mean, that's fine. I was at that point, Jess and I were going to move to Texas, but the shows were so good, and on the whole, they were so seminal in a sense. Again, this people don't realize this was before podcasting existed. This was before YouTube existed that these shows were being done. So and he wasn't getting enough hits that he said because his audience, I guess, were a bunch of slackers, musical Midwest musical slackers, and they weren't interested in the stuff we were talking about. So Reggio and Bloom were talking about. I think it's transcendence, the topic, and I think both of those interviews went very well. Um, uh, Bloom is a fantastic interview. He's very, Howard Bloom. He called himself Big Howie on his own YouTube channel. It's like Ask Big Howard, or he uses some kind of name like that. He's unintentionally funny.